Oftentimes people will go to a retreat center, not know anyone, and then come home and then have to integrate solo, basically. Here, people get to be in retreats together, get to do medicine work together, get to peer support one another, have community-based circles, and the same people that you sit in ceremony with, you're going to see at the co-op and at the farmers market and at dances. Yeah, I'm Erin Reading. I work with the Port Townsend Psychedelics Society, live here locally. We do have a history of psychedelics being very prominent in our town, and when I moved here 6 years ago, I honestly have never lived in a place where I met more people who worked with psychedelics, despite it being a very small town and on all sides of political parties. But I know a lot of people who were very involved in the 60s with psychedelics moved to this area. It was like art haven, land-based, a lot of beautiful mountains and water around here, a lot of musicians, and a lot of those people still live here and carried that culture forward. Honestly, I feel like the number one way we did that is just by acting like it was normal and talking about it like it was normal. And once more and more people started doing that, other people saw that people weren't reacting poorly. For me, personally, healing in community is where it's all about. Oftentimes people will go to a retreat center, not know anyone, and then come home and then have to integrate solo, basically. And here, people get to be in retreats together, get to do medicine work together, get to peer support one another, have community-based circles, and the same people that you sit in ceremony with, you're going to see at the co-op and at the farmers market and at dances. And you're building those relationships and supporting each other in daily life in integrating and embodying what you learned in ceremony. And I honestly haven't had a single person at all of my time here act weird when I talk about working with psychedelics. Everyone's just like, oh, that's so interesting, how do I get involved? Like, I heard this story, I read that research, I saw that movie. And people are really passionate about these medicines around here. So we do live in a place where people are already very open, but then we also host a lot of events that just bring people together and are very welcoming. The biggest element is just making sure people feel included, that they're welcome, that they're seen. It's not always easy because medicine work brings up shadow and challenges, and when you do medicine work in community, it brings up challenging community dynamics as well as your intrapersonal dynamics. And so there's often work to do afterwards in terms of leaning into conflicts and learning from those differences and learning from whatever projections arise and sorting through those together as a community and actually having it strengthen our relationships. We really feel like community is the biggest part of the medicines.